Have you ever walked into a completely new place and felt like you knew every corner like you'd been there 1,000 times before? Maybe it gave you chills, or you stopped in your tracks thinking, hold on, this is way too familiar. If you've ever had moments like these, you might have wondered if there's more to this life than meets the eye, like maybe you've done this dance before in a past life. Sound far-fetched? Let's dig in together. Because once you see these 9 unmistakable signs, you might just realize your soul's been playing the reincarnation game for a lot longer than you ever imagined. Before we jump into these 9 signs, keep in mind that we're exploring a concept that's been around for centuries. Lots of cultures talk about souls coming back again and again, each time picking up life lessons like badges on a scout sash. While modern science hasn't stamped an official seal of approval on the idea, countless personal stories and phenomena hint there could be more to our journeys than just one single lifetime. So, buckle up for a fascinating trip through time as we uncover 9 telltale signs that you, yes, you, might just be an old soul returning for another round. Unexplainable fears or phobias. Have you ever caught yourself absolutely petrified of something that, logically, shouldn't frighten you at all? Maybe you're trembling at the mere mention of deep water, even though you've never come close to drowning. Or perhaps the thought of being in a tight space sends your heart racing, but you've never had a traumatic experience to justify it. These puzzling fears can feel like they belong to someone else's story because, according to reincarnation theory, maybe they do. Picture it this way. You're carrying around a backpack from your previous adventures, and every once in a while, you find items in there from the past, like a fear of snakes from that time you were bitten ages ago, in another lifetime. Your mind may not remember all the details, but your soul and your body carry echoes of those experiences, causing you to freak out in ways that can feel totally out of sync with your current life. Recognizing that these fears might not just be random can be the first big step to healing them. After all, you can't overcome what you don't understand. Recurring dreams or nightmares. Ever had the same dream over and over again? And it feels less like a dream and more like you're rewatching a scene from your personal history? That sense of déjà, where the details of the dream are just too clear and consistent, can be a major clue that you're tapping into long-lost memories. In the quiet hours of the night, your subconscious might just be cracking open the vault of your past life experiences. When you dream of a place you've never visited yet, know exactly what's behind every door, or you suddenly speak a language that you can't speak in your waking life. Your mind could be whispering about a life once lived. Imagine your dreams as sneak peeks into a movie starring you. But not the you of today, maybe the you of a different era. Keeping a dream journal can help you spot recurring patterns, which might just confirm you're stepping back into a world you've inhabited before. Natural talents or inexplicable knowledge. Have you ever picked up a guitar for the first time and strummed a few chords like you've been practicing for years? Or maybe you discovered a gift for painting or a knack for solving complex math problems without formal training. If you've ever caught yourself thinking, this comes way too naturally, there's a chance it's not entirely new to you. Think of it as muscle memory that spans across lifetimes. Just like how your muscles remember how to ride a bike, even if you haven't pedaled in years. Your soul might recall skills it mastered ages ago. Ever hear of child prodigies who can play Chopin perfectly at age 4? They could be tapping into a well of expertise built in a former existence. It doesn't mean you'll be world-class at every skill your soul ever tried, but sometimes certain talents sparkle through the cracks of time, reminding you of what you once knew like the back of your hand. Xenoglossy, speaking or writing a language you never learned. Now, here's one that can really stretch the imagination: Xenoglossy. It's when someone begins speaking or understanding a language they've never studied. No lessons, no fancy apps, no cultural immersion, yet the words flow right out. Imagine suddenly being able to chat in French, despite never having spent a day in Paris or studied a single verb conjugation. If that doesn't send a tingle up your spine, I don't know what will. While skeptics argue these moments can be explained by random exposure or coincidences, others believe it's a sign the person once lived in a place where that language was as normal as breathing. Of course, proof is tough to pin down like trying to catch lightning in a jar. But it's still one of those you have to see it to believe it phenomena that make you wonder if maybe, just maybe. Your tongue remembers words your current brain has no idea about, feeling drawn to certain cultures or time periods. Do you have an unshakable fascination with ancient Egypt or a weirdly strong connection to medieval Europe? Perhaps you're constantly daydreaming about the Roaring Twenties, or you find yourself collecting trinkets from a specific country you've never even visited. If you've ever had that nagging sense of I belong there, when you delve into certain eras or places, this might be a sign your soul's memory is lighting up like a cosmic neon sign. Think of it as a homing signal that's trying to pull you back to an environment your soul once called home. You might read old stories about that civilization and feel a wave of nostalgia, or watch a documentary about the architecture of some ancient culture and feel that cozy sense of familiarity. It's as if a part of your inner compass points you right back to a page in history where you once lived, loved, learned, and maybe even left some unfinished business behind. Déjà vu experiences. Déjà vu, those weird little moments where reality warps just enough to make you go, hold up. I've done this before. You might be chatting with a friend, and suddenly you swear you know exactly what they'll say next. Or you travel to a foreign city and still have this eerie sense of knowing your way around. It's like a cosmic glitch in the Matrix, and it can be both exciting and slightly unnerving. Many folks chalk it up to brain hiccups, which is totally valid. But from a reincarnation standpoint, déjà vu is when your current life stumbles upon a script that feels like a rerun, because your soul's been on this stage before. It's that fleeting overlap between lifetimes, as if your internal memory bank is going, we've seen this. While it doesn't prove anything outright, those moments often carry an emotional wallop, hinting at a deep, hidden resonance that just might date back centuries. Birthmarks, body clues, or strange sensations. Have you ever noticed a birthmark on your arm or leg that you can't help but think looks like a scar? Or maybe you felt ghost sensations, like your hair is heavier and longer than it actually is, or you sense clothing brushing against your skin that you aren't actually wearing. These odd little quirks can spark questions about whether your physical body is carrying a story that started long before you were born. Some people believe that past life injuries or deaths can leave energetic signatures on your new form. For instance, if you had a wound in a certain spot in a previous life, you might be born with a birthmark right there. Or maybe your nervous system retains the memory of wearing certain garments, like armor or thick robes, and it occasionally plays that memory for you. It's kind of like how a house can carry the echoes of past residents long after they've moved on. Only this house is your very own skin and bones, instant and intense connections with others. Have you ever met someone and instantly felt like you've known them forever, even if you only just locked eyes in a coffee shop? Or maybe you took an immediate disliking to someone, and you can't put your finger on why. You might think, we must have crossed paths in another life as a half-joke. But what if there's some real truth to it? In reincarnation circles, they say our souls travel in groups, reuniting across lifetimes to fulfill different roles in each other's stories. One life, someone could be your sibling. The next, they might be your closest friend or even a rival. These instant connections, good or bad, can be your soul recognizing an old companion or foe. It's as if your spirits have an unspoken language, picking up right where you left off. Ever notice how certain people feel like home, no matter the time or place? That could be your soul's radar clicking into place, signaling you've walked alongside them in lifetimes past, a persistent sense of not belonging. Do you sometimes feel like a puzzle piece dropped into the wrong box, like your edges don't quite fit the picture everyone else is assembling? Maybe you've always felt a bit out of step with the world around you, longing for a different lifestyle or era. It's as if part of you is convinced there's another place or time where you truly fit in. This can be a sign your soul remembers a past setting that felt more like home than your present one. You might carry an unexplainable nostalgia for a time you've never lived in, or at least, never in this go-round. Instead of seeing it as a curse, think of it like a treasure map your soul is holding. That persistent longing might lead you to uncover interests, truths, or passions that are rooted in a story, stretching far beyond your current years on Earth. So there you have it, 9 signs that you might have lived before. Crazy? Maybe. Fascinating? Absolutely. Even if you're on the fence about the concept of reincarnation, these signs offer a chance to reflect on the deeper layers of who we are. Because let's face it, life is mysterious, and sometimes those mysteries point to answers we can't see with our eyes, but can feel in our hearts. If you resonated with any of these signs, whether it's that random terror of heights, or the instant I know you feeling with a stranger, consider exploring them more deeply. Journaling, meditation, or even chatting with others who've had similar experiences can help you piece together parts of a puzzle that spans multiple lifetimes. You don't have to fully buy into reincarnation to benefit from the introspection it prompts. Just let your curiosity guide you. Who knows what wonderful insights await? If you've made it all the way through, drop a 100% in the comments to let me know you're fully on board with soaking up this knowledge. And if you want more mind-expanding topics, go ahead and check out the recommended video popping up on your screen. Thanks for hanging out with me on this journey, no matter how many times around the block your soul has traveled. I hope you found something to spark your sense of wonder. Until next time, take care and keep that curious spirit alive.